Life is a dark parody because it insists on meaning while refusing consistency. It gives you patterns just long enough to trust them, then changes the rules without notice. It hands out roles, scripts, diagnoses, virtues, and villains, and then watches what happens when you start believing them. Tragedy wears the costume of importance. Comedy wears the costume of accident. Life keeps swapping the masks when you're not looking. The cruelest part is not the suffering, it's the timing. Punchlines arrive late, explanations arrive earlier than wisdom and later than damage. Apologies arrive after the scene has already been framed, and still, people demand coherence. They ask for arcs, they want the circle closed. So life obliges, badly. It gives them closure that closes the wrong thing, answers that stop inquiry, labels that feel like relief until they become cages. That's the parody. Not that life is meaningless, but that it keeps offering meaning slightly off-center. Just enough to reveal who prefers comfort over accuracy, certainty over truth, and a familiar lie over a destabilizing insight. Laughing helps. So does noticing when the laugh catches in your throat. That's usually the moment it's telling the truth. Dr. Lionel Schrink is the kind of therapist people underestimate immediately and regret slowly. He is not dramatic, he does not lean forward, he does not reassure, he does not chase insight or interrupt spirals. He lets them finish collapsing on their own. His presence has a faintly destabilizing effect on people who believe urgency is intelligence. Dr. Schrink specializes in what he calls premature meaning, the human tendency to explain pain before it is finished forming. He treats overthinking not as a cognitive problem, but as a grief reaction to uncertainty. When clients demand answers, he offers timing. When they ask what something means, he asks whether it is finished happening yet. His sessions are known for three things: long pauses that feel unproductive until days later, questions that arrive after the urge to answer has passed, and a persistent refusal to rescue anyone from their own speed. On the train to elsewhere, Dr. Schrink is consulted quietly, often too late. He is usually called in when someone has already explained themselves into a corner and wants help getting out without admitting the explanation was the problem. Bob remains suspicious. Why? Because when he flicked an ember-bright glance at the therapist's clipboard, it was empty, suspiciously empty. Anyone could sit and not speak. Only a few could sit without preparing a meaning in advance. Bob was not yet convinced Dr. Schrink belonged to that smaller group. So, Bob remained still, ember eyes wide, offering no confession, no contradiction, no hook. If Dr. Schrink truly practiced presence, he would survive the absence of material. If not, he would eventually fill the silence. Bob was willing to wait. He always was. Life is a parody, a dark parody. There is a saying in Elsewhere. Life is a parody written by someone who understands structure, but not mercy. Sometimes it's spoken more quietly when humor feels risky. If life were merely cruel, it would be simple. The thing is that it keeps making sense, just long enough to hurt. Yes, and the joke is that it only works if you take it seriously.